Good evening, student. Today we are going to see the 10th standard English 4th unit, the poem The Ant and the Cricket. It was adopted from Aesop's fable. Aesop fable. So now we will start to the poem. We will see the poet, about the poet. Aesop fable is a collection of fables credited to Aesop. What is fable? It is a traditional story that teaches us a moral lesson. It's a traditional story. It teaches us a moral lesson. Is credited to Aesop. So who is Aesop? Aesop is the name of the man credited with the authorship of a collection or book of fable. So this man was a slave believed to have lived in ancient Greece between 620 and 564 BCE. And he was a man, he was an ugly and deformed dwarf, and the famous marble statue in Rome depicted Aesop's accordingly. And these fables became popular when they emerged in print. Several stories are attributed to Aesop even today. And now the process of inclusion is continuous and new stories are being added. Collection of Aesop's fables were among the earliest books to be printed in many languages. A fable is a traditional story that teaches us a moral lesson. Usually, the characters in the fable are animals. In this poem, the ant and the cricket teaches us the importance of hard work and planning. And now, before going into this poem, we will see some glossary. And accustom meaning is be used to. Gay, glad, joyful. Crumb, piece of bread. Famine, extreme scarcity of food. Miserly, hesitant to spend money. Quote, set. So it is the old English usage used only in first and third person singular before the subject. Hastily, hurriedly. Warrant, guarantee, promise. And now some extra glossary also will be there in this poem. That is, bold means brave. Fable is a short story, is a traditional story. And folks is a people. Grant is a give. Starvation is extreme hunger. Warrant, guarantee, promise. And now wicket is a door. And now let us see the poem lines detailing. See here the first stanza of the poem, first 4 lines. A silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. What is this explanation of these 4 lines? A silly young cricket. That is, silly means stupid, not knowing anything. He used to sing and dance. He always used to sing and dance during the warm, happy days of summer and spring. So, what is gay? It's a happy days of summer and spring. When the winter came, he began to complain that there was nothing left in his cupboard. At home, it was empty. This young silly cricket always used to sing and dance because he is very happy in summer and spring. Now the winter came. He began to complain that there was nothing left in his cupboard at home. He noticed that in his cupboard there was nothing inside it. All the cupboard was empty. So what is, before going to this, what is cricket? Cricket is a brown or black insect related to the grasshopper but with short legs. It is a small insect that produces short, loud sound by rubbing its wings together. So it's a brown or black color insect. It was related to grasshopper. It has having shorter legs. It's a small insect. It makes a short and loud sound by rubbing its wings together. And now this is the fourth stanza. And now come to next stanza 5 to 8, another 4 lines. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could you see, not a leaf on a tree. So what is this? There was not a piece of bread to be found. Nothing is there in his cupboard also. Here the cupboard was empty. And not seeing anywhere, any place, it found nothing will be there on the snow-covered ground. Because it's a winter season, the snow was covered with the ground. In the snow-covered ground, he found nothing is there. Nothing eatable things, nothing will be there. For example, not a flower could be seen on any tree. It could also not see a leaf on any tree. No flower, no tree. Nothing will be there in the snow-covered ground. And next stanza 9 to 15. Oh, what will become, says cricket, of me, at last, by starvation and famine, made bold, all dripping with wet, and all trembling with cold. Away he sets off to miserly and to see if, no, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grains. So what is this? The cricket felt unhappy because he found nothing in his cupboard, nothing in the ground, in the snow-covered ground, nothing will be there. The cricket became very unhappy. He started worrying about itself. What will become of the cricket? Finally, the extreme hunger and famine made him bold. So if I go and ask from somebody what I will become die because of the starvation and famine. So he became very bold. It was dripping with wet. So it was dripping means all his body was wet with water, but because of the winter season, the snow, and trembling with cold because of the winter. The cricket was very trembling, shivering, and it went to ant. So he went to ask the help to the ant to see if he could give anything to keep him alive. He asked to ant, and you give something to me because it make me the starvation and famine, make me to die. So if you didn't give anything, I will become die. The cricket hoped that the ant would shelter him from rain and give him a mouthful of grain. He think the ant will give something to eat, and not only that, he gave shelter protect from rain. So he went to the ant. The cricket went to the ant to ask help, anything to give to eat, so that I will be alive. And next stanza, he wished only to borrow. He had repaid tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. So that he planned, he went to ant, asked to help to give anything to eat and shelter from rain. He went, he wished only to borrow. He went to ant, I need only help. If I have something, I will give you, and you give to me, and repay it in the next day. Now today you give me, tomorrow I will repay it. If the ant doesn't give what he needs, he had to die of starvation and sorrow. If the ant does not give, what will become? The cricket will die. And now the next stanza, says the ant to the cricket. So now the cricket went to ask the ant, the help. What the ant was said, see here, I am your servant and friend. And said to cricket, I am your friend and servant to you. But we are never borrow. We are never borrow to anybody. We never and never lend. We won't give, we won't borrow. Because we will, when the winter came, before itself, what we will do? We will save. So, we won't borrow anything from others. We won't lend to you also. Who said? The ant said. Now, next stanza, 25 lines to 29 lines. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay anything by? When the weather was warm, quoth the cricket, not I. The ant questioned the cricket whether he kept aside anything for the future. So the ant questioned the cricket. And now he kept aside anything for the future when the weather was warm. Now the ant was asking to the cricket whether you kept anything to eat before itself. And the cricket said that he did not know. What is quoth means? Said. In the old English usage, used only in first and third person singular before the subject. The quoth means said. No, I didn't have anything. I didn't save anything. And now the line 30 to 33, 35. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say, go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Now the cricket said that its heart was so light. The cricket was answering, the ant was asked, cricket, whether you saved anything? No, said no. Now the cricket said that the heart was so light. The cricket said, my heart was very happy, light and happy. That is sang all day, so that I feel very happy. So what I will do, I sang all the day and night. The cricket said that nature looked happy and fresh. So this nature will make me very happy and fresh. The ant on hearing from the cricket all this thing, the ant gets very angry. He asks the cricket, he is asking to the cricket whether he sang all day since nature looked happy. The ant shouts at the cricket, very angrily shouting, saying, go and dance once again during the winter. Go. Because you didn't save or anything to you. You are only happy and dance you pastimes in summer, winter or spring. Now you came to give, to ask the help to me. So now I won't give you. Now also you go and dance in the winter. You pass the time, go. Once again you go during the dance and sing during the winter. And now the lines are 36 to 39, thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some cricket have 4 legs and some have 2. Thus ending is stopped. Now the both are conversation. The come to the end. The ant hurriedly lifted the door. Hurriedly lifted the door. And turned the poor little cricket. So shut the door, go away, get out. People call this a now on hearing this. The action, the conversation between cricket and that is the cricket and the ant. Now the cricket was passing time during winter, spring and summer. He will feel very happily so that he will sing and dance every time. But he didn't save anything for in the winter because the insects won't go outside in the winter season because they felt very cold. So that what they will do before the winter comes, they will save everything, what are all they need. But this little silly young cricket was always sing and dance very happily, time passing time. But the ant was saving it. And the cricket went to the help and asking to the ant, now you give something to me, I will give you next day. The ant said, no, we ant never borrow, never lend. So I won't give you. Go. Once again you go and dance. Pass the time. Very angrily said. And not only that, it shut the door of the poor little cricket. And now, student, you see this. People call this a short story. I promise it's true. Some cricket have 4 legs. What is 4 legs? Here, the poet was saying, because I said before itself, Aesop fable. Fable is a traditional story. Traditional story means what it is, it gives some moral lesson. In this poem also, the ant and the cricket was giving to us. And what is the moral of this lesson? We want to do some hard work. And before the hard work, what we have to do? We have to plan it and you should do it. If the bad time comes, we won't do anything. So that in the good time itself, what we have to do? We have to save for the bad times. So the 4 legs. Who is the 4 legs? The people, those who are, and some have 2. Some have 2 means the human being. It means that is the poet means the human being were like the cricket. Cricket was having 4 legs, the human beings 2 legs. And ways their earning. Always they are what they will do, what they are earning, always they are spending for not useless things. Nothing will be saved themselves. So this is a lesson we will get from this story. And now the Aesop's fable is a theme of the poem. Here you listen it, student. For you also very much you can have to, because nowadays this epidemic days, and what you have to do, you should not waste your time. And hard work versus laziness. Hard work versus laziness. If you do hard work, we can't able to go into lazy. Through the story of the lazy cricket and the hard-working ant, the poet teaches what the poet teaches? The virtues of hard work. What is the value of hard work? What is the importance of hard work? The poet was teaching us. The cricket was foolish. Silly means foolish. Enough not to see the future. What he did, the cricket was not planning, is not aiming, is not thinking what happened in his future. He made no plans. He is not planning. Or provision for the future. He didn't. Provision means some eatable things for the future. He didn't save the things what he need to the future. He lived in the present moment. He lived in the present moment. What he did, he was very much happy and dance and sing in the present moment. He didn't think what happened what will happen in the future. And the ant on the other hand, but the ant, the cricket was foolish, he was laziness, he didn't go to the hard work and he didn't plan to his future also. the poet, and now the ant on the other hand, you see, the ant was very wise, not like a cricket was foolish. The ant was very wise and hardworking also. She worked hard so that she could enjoy the future. The poet wants us to learn from this story, this poem, that is fable is a story, short story, which gives some moral lesson. The poet teaches us the lesson, the important lesson in life. One must always, keep in your mind student, one must always save for the future. For the famous proverb, as you sow, so shall you reap, is a popular proverb that fits this story. This is an important proverb. It was shown in this poem also. We must be foresighted and make plans accordingly. Always we have to keep in your mind, plan in your mind always for our future. We should always be ready for good as well as the bad times ahead. We should be what? We also be ready for good. Not very good, but what we have to do as well as the bad times ahead. And now this is a lesson we will get according from this lesson. And you see here, so at the back of your book, in the poem book, and the poem, the page number 117, some textual, that is poem appreciation question will be there. First question, a silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny month of gay summer and spring. First question, what was the routine of the cricket? Routine means daily work. What is the routine of the cricket? From this poem, you got the idea, I think. Here, the routine of the cricket was to sing and dance all through the warm, sunny month. Always what he will do, the cricket was sing and dance. This is the work of daily work of the cricket. B question, name the seasons mentioned here in the two lines. The seasons mentions here are summer and spring. In this line, the second line, summer and spring. And now second question, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. First question, who does he refer to? Who is he? He refers to the cricket. B, why was his cupboard empty? Why his cupboard was empty? His cupboard was empty because the cricket did not lay aside. He did not keep anything safe, anything for winter. Winter season come. Before the winter season come, what the cricket has to do? He has to save anything, keep, lay means keep aside anything in his cupboard. And now the third question, not a crumb to be found. Crumb means piece of bread, food, nothing is it. On the snow covered ground. Yea, what couldn't be found on the ground? He could not find, the answer is he could not find. Who is he referred to? Cricket. He could not find any piece of bread on the ground. He didn't see anything on the snow covered ground. B question, why was the ground covered with the snow? The ground was covered with the snow because it was winter season. Student, in winter season only the snow was there, no? So like this, the ground was covered with snow because it was winter season. Fourth question, at last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. A question, what made the cricket bold? What are the two things where the cricket was able to go and ask to the help? Because the starvation and famine made the cricket bold. And B question, why did the cricket drip and tremble? The cricket dripped and trembled as it was wet and cold, because it was the snow winter season, the dripping with wet, and what it became? Trembled with cold. These two things. And fifth question, away he set off to a miserly and to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. A question, whom did the cricket want to meet? Why? So the cricket want to meet whom? The cricket wanted to meet the miserly ant for food and shelter. What would keep him alive? A mouthful of grain and shelter from rain would keep him alive. Next, sixth question. What we ant never borrow, we ant never lend. A question. Why do you think ants neither borrow nor lend? Ants neither borrow nor lend because why? They are not borrowing, not lending, because the ant always hard worker and plan for their future so that the ant won't borrow from others and lend to others also. And B question C here. Who says this line to whom? Who is saying this? The ant says lines to the cricket. So who is the hard worker? The ant. Who is the lazy fellow? The cricket. Seventh question. Not it my heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. Who does I refer to? I refer to the cricket. I refer to the cricket. What was the nature of the cricket? How do you know? The cricket was always, what is the nature? Always lazy and silly. Silly means foolish. And we know this since it had not said, because how we come to know that the cricket was lazy as well as foolish, silly, because he had not saved anything for its future. And now eighth one, thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. So these lines, the question will be, the ant refused to help the cricket. Why? The ant was refusing the cricket. If the cricket came to ask the help to the ant, the cricket was refused. Why? The ant refused to help the cricket because the cricket was lazy as well as foolish, silly. It was not a hard worker, because the cricket was not a hard worker. He is always spending his time by dancing and singing in the winter also, summer, spring. And now explain the second line. That is the second line means, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. The ant opened his door and sent away the poor little cricket without giving him anything. Not giving him anything. The ant was shutting the door. Go away cricket, get out. And now ninth question. He wished only to borrow. He had repaid tomorrow. Because what is the rhyming words in this above line? This is a question of A. Borrow tomorrow. So these two are rhyming words in the above lines. And B question. Give more examples of rhyming words from this poem. Children, you see it. What are the rhyming words are there in your poem? Sing spring. Home come. Found ground. Sea tree, bold cold, ant grant, rain grain, friend lend, light might, and wicked cricket. So these are the rhyming words from the poem, full poem. And our 10th question, my heart was so light that I sang day and night. For all nature looked gay, you sang, sir, you say. Mention the rhyming scheme. What are the rhyming scheme? Light, night. A, gay, say, B. So what is the rhyming scheme of this poem? This not poem, these 4 lines, A, B. So students, what you have to do, you have to go through this poem line by line and you understand the meaning of the poem, not only the poem, the hard words from this, and read it yourself. And what you have to do, you have to make in your summary, because this is very good moral poem also. From we can learn through the cricket. The cricket is not a game. Cricket is a brown or black insect. So this is a conversation between and the ant and the cricket, silly cricket and wise ant. So this is the poem. We can get the moral lesson. What is the moral lesson? Hard work gives all the things, all the good things, and not only that, the planning you should do it before we work. The famous proverb, as you sow, so shall you reap. So this is a famous proverb we can get from this poem. Student, from this poem you learn it. before examination, what you have to do, you have to plan. And you want to get the good marks, what you have to do, you have to hard work, you should do it. Then only you will become success. So thank you children. Thank you.